Raquel has come a long way, but she's coming from like 2 injuries. You know, she's taken a lot of time off. I don't think this is a smart time for her to take a title fight. But when you get a title shot, you're going to take a title shot no matter what. So I think that Nunes is going to win that fight just because Raquel's taking so much time off.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amanda. I think hands down, I think she'll be a big favorite going into that one, and for good reason. You know, that's a tall mountain to climb, especially in Brazil, trying to get over on Amanda Nunes. I mean, maybe if Amanda plays up to the crowd, you know, kind of comes out with that Verdum style, trying to knock her out, put on a show for the fans. Raquel's smart. Raquel will get the job done. But in any other world besides that, as long as Amanda don't make no mistakes, she should get it. But I think you said it best. I mean, I think we all looking forward to that her versus Cyborg. I mean, if they can bypass that fight or whatever they want to do, her versus Cyborg is the fight to make. If they can do that one in Brazil, I mean, shit, I might just go down there for that one.
Another really, really great fight. You know, I fought Raquel years ago, and she was tough back then, and I've only seen her develop exponentially as a fighter. I should really look up to her. Unfortunately, she's had a rough go as far as injuries are, you know, come into play. But you always see her just training through the injuries. You know, if her legs hurt, she's training her arms. If her arms are hurt, she's training her legs, and you know, that's championship mentality. And, you know, Amanda, who knows? Maybe Amanda's, you know, gotten complacent and not training as hard. I don't know, you know, but Amanda is the champion for a reason. Another toss-up. And if Raquel won, I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be a good fight. That's all I can say.
It's a very interesting fight, man. I was actually, you know, surprised to see that come about because you didn't really hear anything about, you know, Amanda being matched up. But, you know, Raquel has really, really good boxing. And, you know, that's been Amanda's strong suit. So I think that's someone that's going to challenge her. It's interesting they're both from ATT as well too, so pretty sure they've been around each other, maybe trained with each other before. But I mean, right now I don't see anybody really beating Amanda at 135. I was excited actually to see her move up at 45 and fight Cyborg, so I'm gonna pick Amanda in that fight.
I see. There's two other fighters that I like to see, but I do think that Amanda is going to pull this one off. I honestly see it going to decision. Rocky's a very challenging opponent, and she's difficult to finish. And I don't see it going to the ground. I see it staying standing. But, I mean, in order to beat a champ, you really have to beat a champ. So, you know, it's not that I'm not pulling for Rocky, obviously. But I feel that Amanda might be the stronger fighter for this. And I'm happy that she's actually finding a bantamweight, you know, so it's not holding up the division, so to speak. And hopefully they'll now create a division for Chris instead of her having to pull girls from the bantamweight.
That's so cool, man. I'm a huge fan of Rocky, but I just think as far as bantamweights, I think Amanda Nunes is she's a lioness, man. She's the queen of the jungle down there. Her striking is awesome. When she fought Ronda Rousey, that was like, to me, like, I know it was quick and it was kind of like the end of Ronda's like little tear, but the way like she rocked Ronda and still like pressed forward and kept her at the end of all those punches were hard and long at the perfect distance where Ronda couldn't clinch her, but like just to like stay committed and not overcommit, and that's like one of my biggest problems. Like for her to be able to do that at that moment, I was like, dude, this chick is a beast, dude. And like, that's something I took away from her. And like, I'm trying to learn how to do. So I think she's really smart. I think her striking's amazing. And I got to go with Amanda Nunes.
I still think Amanda Nunes. I really do. She's very well-rounded. She's aggressive. Everywhere it goes, she's good. So I don't know. Raquel Pennington, you know, she's tough too. Gosh, that's hard. They're both strong competitors at that weight. So, yeah, I think it's just gonna be a really good fight. I think it's gonna be one of those fights that the first round's gonna be like, oh shit, and then we're gonna go from there.
That's an interesting one. You know, I really like Raquel. I really like Amanda. I'm gonna go with the champ again on that one. I think Amanda has really grown as a fighter in the last few years. Obviously, she's retained her belt for a bit now. And she's tough, and I think she has the skill to beat Raquel in every aspect. You know, I think it'll be close. It's definitely going to be closer than the Chris and Yana fight by far. It might be a decision in the end just because Raquel is really tough, but I'm going to go with Amanda on that one.
I don't know, man. I'm not. That's going to be a good fight, but Amanda Nunes has really good striking and extremely good at using her length. So, I mean, I feel like if Raquel gets it down, she could win it. I think if Amanda keeps it up, she's been she can knock anybody out.
I think Amanda Nunes will probably win that.
So Raquel Pennington she's been injured, she's been out, but she's been working. I follow her on social media, I follow her on Twitter, and she's been working, she's been at it. I'm a big Pennington fan from her times on The Ultimate Fighter, so I definitely got to go with her. I think she's well-rounded. I think she's gonna take the fight wherever she wants to take it. So I definitely got Pennington on this one.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think I don't know. Raquel is amazing. She's put on some great performances these last couple fights. So I don't know. That one's up in the air for me.
Yeah, Raquel's been coming up. She's been looking good lately. But I think Nunes is one of those girls, kind of like Cyborg, where she's just on another level in there with these girls. And I feel like Nunes is gonna take that probably by TKO as well. She just seems to have a little bit more power than these other ladies as far as striking goes.